Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Confident AF Live. My name is Brandon Foster, author of Confident AF Unleash Your Inner Badass. Super excited for another incredible episode in our, I was going to say brand new series, but we're 3 episodes in. So it is a series called Achieving Unrealistic Results, how to make everybody's head turn inside of your industry and go, what? How did they do that? That's what we are doing. And today, well, let me give a recap of where we are. So week 1, we talked about ditching the SMART goals. Week 2, we talked about getting wisdom from God and how that matters inside of your business. By the way, every single episode includes some stories, some biblical encouragement, as well as some science to back this up. So you know I'm not just blowing smoke to all of y'all. But today, we're going to talk about not relying on just yourself to grow and scale and build your business, which honestly just sounds awful for me at this point. Because one of the biggest things that people come to me and ask me for help inside of my private coaching containers, inside of my group coaching and everything else is the feeling of overwhelm, the feeling of frustration, the feeling of it's all on their shoulders. I mean, especially as a business owner, when you're leading a team and you're responsible for not just like helping them support their family, but you're also supporting your family and you have clients depending upon you too, it can really start to weigh on you, right? And I honestly do not know how people who do not have faith in God can handle that pressure, that overwhelm. I don't understand it. So this episode is all about not relying on yourself. And the moment that everything is dependent upon you, I have to be honest, you've already limited yourself. You've kind of already lost once you decide that everything is dependent upon you, because your business will never outgrow what you believe you can actually handle or what you can carry. And I know that in like the self-help movement, the self-help world, there's this huge idea that you are so powerful. And yeah, I mean, humans, we have our 6 creative faculties. We are the only animal on planet Earth that has been gifted this 6 creative faculties. That's because we're made in God's image and God is a creator, and so we can create too. It's a beautiful blessing that he's given us. And at the same time, this is why when you rely on yourself, you get burnout, you get overwhelmed, you feel the pressure, it's just suffocating. And a lot of you're not burned out because you're doing too much. You're burned out because you think everything is dependent upon you and you have to get it right. Because here's the thing, self-reliance feels responsible, right? Like self-reliance feels good. It feels, responsibility is a piece of building a business, but it's actually limiting, because when everything is dependent upon you, pressure increases, fear increases, control increases. And when pressure goes up, you know what happens inside of your brain? When pressure goes up and fear goes up, creativity goes down, clarity goes down, and consistency goes down too. So self-reliance says, I have to make everything work inside of my business. It's all on my shoulders. It's all up to me. But faith, what I love to teach people and how I operate in my life and my business is faith says, and co-creation says, I get to partner with the whole creator of the whole entire universe who owns time and space, and get to partner with his love for me and his desire to bless me and do me good, who is so much infinitely more powerful and knowledgeable than myself. I feel like that deserves an amen and a hallelujah. Because here's the hard truth. If your business only works when you're on, you have a codependent relationship with your business, and that means you can't rest. it means you can't rest. It means you have to get everything right. It means if you make a mistake, there's going to be a shit show. I don't know how else to say it. A great biblical example of what happens when you have self-reliance is just Peter walking on the water. I think all of us, whether you are faith-based or not, at some point are probably aware of the biblical story of where one of Jesus's disciples sees Jesus walking on the water, and he hops out of the boat and he walks toward Jesus, and he's literally fine. He's walking on water too because his eyes are on Jesus. But as soon as he shifts his focus onto himself and off of Jesus, what happens? He goes from Jesus' source to wind, waves, himself, basically self-conscious, self-occupation. And the moment that happens, he sinks. Okay? He sinks. So the problem, y'all, was not the water. The problem was where his attention went. And the same thing happens with your business. You start strong when you're inspired, connecting, and trusting that God has your back, that he has some amazing plans for you. Jeremiah 29:11, one of my favorite verses, that he desires to do you good, that even if you make a mistake, he's going to help you to fix it. He has a plan B, he has a plan C. But as soon as you shift into, am I doing enough? Am I posting enough? Am I marketing enough? Am I taking enough action? Am I working enough hours? What if this doesn't work? I need to control this. I need to control my team. I need to control my team's behavior. I need to control, I don't know, basically anything. That's when everything starts to feel really, really, really heavy inside of your business. Now, a great example of this is Howard Schultz. You probably know him. He created Starbucks. But he did not build Starbucks by himself, y'all. He built systems. He built leadership. He built culture. And he trusted people, process, and long-term vision. And, you know, you think some of the most amazing businesses that have scaled and really made it, they rely on different people who have different zones of genius. So when you combine different zones of genius with the humans and you combine it with God, man, now you know you're talking. Now you know you're really scaling something really, really great. Businesses that rely on one person's effort typically are going to stall, shrink, and burn out the leader. And here is some science. And it's a little deep, so hang in here with me, but it's worth it, okay? So if everything depends on you, your brain is more likely to activate a stress response. And that means your cortisol is going to increase. And when your cortisol increases, you reduce your creativity, you impair your decision making, and it narrows your thinking, which are exact opposite of what you want to happen in order to grow and scale your business. Because you want more creativity, so you see more opportunities, more ways to serve your clients better. You want better decision making, and you want to expand your thinking. So cortisol does the exact opposite of what you want it to do, and that's because of stress. The other thing is that you also have an illusion of control. This is called cognitive bias, okay? Humans overestimate how much control they actually have. And this actually creates anxiety, micromanagement, and resistance to actually delegation. And by the way, if you want to scale your business, you have to delegate more, not less. You have to trust more, not less. You got to build leaders, not followers. You can't grow and scale your business otherwise. So in business, if you think, if I don't do it, it won't be done right, that's exactly what keeps you stuck, limits growth, and blocks scale on a massive thing. So control, and the thing is control often feels really safe, especially for leaders. But the truth is actually what's completely capping your business, because people have to grow, they have to expand. And if you won't let them grow with you, they're going to grow out. They're going to leave. My favorite verse on this is 2 Corinthians 12:9. And it is, my grace is sufficient for you. my strength is made perfect in weakness. That should be an encouragement for every single one of you, because we all have our weaknesses. And the fact that God says that his strength is made perfect in your weakness means it's not a weakness anymore, boo. I mean, that should be a huge source of encouragement for you, whether you're weak in marketing, weak in finances, weak in leadership, weak in motivating your team, weak in decision making, whatever it is. That should be a huge source of encouragement for you. So grace is sufficient, meaning you don't have to earn it. And strength made perfect means not when you're performing, but when you're not relying on yourself. So when you're not relying on yourself, that's when it really changes. So the moment you stop trying to carry everything, you actually become stronger. So if you're a solopreneur right now, let me color this in for you right now. You're probably trying to do everything, wearing every hat, and feeling like you can't slow down. But the shift for you is you don't have to carry your entire business. So I want you to ask yourself, what am I holding on to that I don't actually need to do? What am I holding on to that I don't actually need to do? And then release one thing, whether it's overthinking, perfectionism, trying to control every outcome. I want you to release one thing. Now, if you have a small team and you likely have started the process of learning how to delegate, lead, have executive communication, but you're still double checking everything, stepping back in, holding invisible pressure, the shift is not just delegation, it's giving tasks, it's releasing control. So I want you to choose one area where you will fully trust your team, allow them to own it, and don't step in unless absolutely necessary. Basically using that wisdom from last week, God leads you to step in. Now, if you're a leader, we're going to take this up a whole nother level. At your job, it's not execution, it's actually expansion. So if everything still depends on you, guess what? You are now the bottleneck. So you need to audit your role. What only should you be doing? It should be your zone of genius. And what are you still doing out of habit that is unnecessary, that is creating a bottleneck? And then I want you to remove yourself from that this month inside of your business. Because the truth is, you don't have to carry your business, boo. It was never meant for you to carry all on your own. You don't have to force every result. You don't have to prove that you're capable. Because the truth is, the more you rely on yourself, the smaller your business will stay. But the moment you release that and give room for God to bless it and the people around you to bless you, you create space for something so much bigger to move that will blow your mind. And once you stop relying on yourself, the next thing you have to do is let go of everything that is behind you in your past. That's what we're going to talk about next week in episode 4 of how to create unrealistic results inside of your business that makes everybody else turn and go, what? Thank you all for listening today. Make sure you like and subscribe to this on YouTube, or leave a comment, leave a 5-star review wherever podcasts are. Share this with other people who need encouragement. I can't wait to see you next week, boo.